Today I'll be discussing one of the most pressing and persistent challenges facing our city: poverty. Specifically, I'll be sharing a proposal of how Lafayette can take a bold, localized action to break the cycle through a model called the Community Resource Hub. This project is about equity, empowerment, and economic development, grounded right here in our own community. Lafayette is known for its culture, hospitality, and strong community values. Yet, beneath the surface, nearly 1 in 5 residents live in poverty. That statistic isn't just a number. It represents thousands of people, many are children, struggling daily. Poverty isn't just a result of personal failure. It's a systematic issue tied to housing, wages, education, and healthcare. My central argument is this: Lafayette needs centralized, coordinated solution. I'm proposing a community resource hub that brings essential services together like education, job support, childcare, and housing assistance in one accessible location. Let's define what I'm really talking about. Poverty isn't just about not having money. It's about lacking access to opportunities. In Lafayette, contributing factors include job replacement, job displacement, the rising cost of rent and groceries, and severely underfunded public schools. Recent data from the U.S. Census shows that poverty in Lafayette exceeds both state and national averages. The Acadiana Advocate has highlighted stories of families working multiple jobs and still falling behind. This isn't sustainable. It's growing worse. Poverty impacts more than just wallets. It affects every part of life. Health. People living in poverty are more likely to rely on ER visits instead of preventative care, and untreated mental illness issues are common. Education. Kids in low-income neighborhoods are more likely to drop out due to unstable housing, hunger, and stress. Safety. Economic depression. Economic desperation often leads to higher crime rates. And economically, a city with widespread poverty struggles decline and grow. Employers don't have a skilled workforce to even hire from. This isn't just a humanitarian crisis. It's a structural weakness in our city. As we see, Lafayette is not without compassion. Many food banks, shelters, and nonprofits do incredible work, but they're so isolated. There's no central coordination, and they're constantly underfunded. Think about it this way. Imagine trying rebuilding a house with only a few scattered tools. Each organization is doing its best, but the lack of integration makes these efforts reactive rather than preventative. According to United Way's 2004 report, many families fall through the cracks due to poor communication between services. The Community Resource Hub would change this. Think of it as one-stop shop for upward mobility. We'd offer GED classes, tutoring for kids and adults, job training programs linked to local industry needs, mental health counseling, affordable childcare, and access to emergency housing and food, all in one location. Having these services under one roof means people don't have to navigate a maze of agencies to get help. But where would it go? Lafayette has underutilized public buildings, like closed school campuses that could be revitalized for this purpose. We create partnership with UL Lafayette, a college, for interns and educators, local nonprofits for staffing and funding, and churches for outreach. We'd apply for state and federal grants modeled after successful programs in cities like Nashville and Oakland. These hubs aren't theoretical. They already work somewhere else. Here's what makes this model so effective. It eliminates transportation barriers by centralizing services. It cuts through red tape by allowing providers to work side by side. It empowers residents with education and support to achieve long-term independence. In cities where this model has been used, poverty rates have dropped by up to 18%. This is not a handout. It's an investment in human potential. Some people may argue that it's too expensive, but the reality is that federal grants and phased local funding can reduce costs. Plus, we can start small and grow the program. Others may say people won't use it, but by partnering with trusted institutions, churches, clinics, and schools, we can reach those most in need and build trust through the community-based outreach. We must treat these concerns seriously, but show that there are solutions. Poverty isn't an impossible problem. We've just been addressing it wrong, reactively and in pieces. The Community Resource Hub would be Lafayette's chance to lead the way into holistic, locally driven solutions. I encourage all of you to support this initiative. Advocate for it with your representatives. Volunteer with existing programs. Spread awareness. Change starts when we decide that the status quo isn't no longer acceptable. These are sources I use to inform my information. These are sources I use to inform my research and proposal. All are recent and relevant, providing both local data and successful national models.